Hey y'all, it's Lindsay with the Fiber Seed, and it is WIP Wednesday where I share what I've been working on, which has been a lot of dyeing yarn, but I have gotten a lot of knitting done, so let me share that with you. First up, I have been working on my Tuula Sweater by Knit Sisu. I'm using Sprout DK in Peach Fuzz, our 2024 Color of the Year, Viva Pantone's say of things. This is what the yarn looks like in a hank. The colors are more peach if you're not seeing peach. So I'm doing what I can with the screens. There are just certain colors that cameras don't like. But anyway, I have it in my Allegheny Fiber Arts bag, which I absolutely love. It's definitely sweater size. It has a split in the middle. So since I'm alternating balls, I put one on one side of the split, one on the other. And then I put all my notions in the center because it's a zipper. Anyway, here's my sweater. And that's how far I've gotten. Like how I put a sweater on so you can see where I am on the sweater. Yeah. So I'm almost to the sleeve split. And I'm absolutely loving this. Patterning is so easy to follow. The pattern repeat for the eyelet, you can see where you are. And it's super easy to remember because it doesn't change too much except for at the end of the section. So this is how far I've gotten. I absolutely love it. And then I'll be on stockinette for the rest of the body. And I'm super excited about that because I know that that requires not much thought out of me except for carrying my yarn as I alternate rounds, which is not that big of a deal, especially when you're doing it one round at a time. You barely even notice that you've done it. I'm loving it. And I'm super excited at the progress I've made on it. So I have also been working on other things though. And before I get into this, I'm wearing the My Boy Lollipop by Nancy Ricci. She's getting pearly with it on Instagram. This can be found on Ravelry. You can do a lot of modifications to it, but it is in the round. I added longer sleeves. You can make cap sleeves as you have this sweater and other yarns that are also Sprout DK and other colorways. And so you can make this as long as you want it. It is written as a crop, so you could style it however you want. Yeah, very versatile. It's in Eye Mull of Musheen, but I don't know that I have any in the shop right now. So you could always use Candy Hearts, which would give you a warmer pink, but I think it would look equally stunning as this, and it would work up quick. I think my size, and it is a crop, took 2 hanks of Sprout DK, and if you did 3, that'd probably give you a longer body length if you don't want to crop. Anyway, why am I showing you Candy Hearts? Our Valentine's color of the year, because there's only one Valentine's Day in each year, is the 22 Cowl by Casapinka. So this is how far I got. I'm right at, I'm in section 3 of 8, and there's a section 3.5, which is, I think, a little bit different than this. I'm at the one part, I think, in the entire pattern that uses a larger size needle, and that's just because there's floats, and she wants to make sure that you don't have the bunchy bunches that can happen when you carry past one stitch when you're slipping. Anyway, this is how it looks. I'm loving how it comes out. The pattern repeats are small amounts, sections of rows, rounds, because we're in the round. And so it's easy to remember what you're doing. And these little repeats are easy to visually see where you are. So I enjoy this. I'm enjoying this pattern. It's not necessarily TV knitting where you can completely like space out. But you can definitely carry on a conversation without a problem and still be doing the pattern. Anyway, I used 1 hank each of Viva Magenta, which is my main color. That was last year's color of the year. And then I'm using Candy Hearts for the contrast, or color B. Color B, color A, color B. Anyway, that is what I've been working on with that. And then my car knitting. I've been working on a beloved bonnet. It's a pattern by Tincanknits. Been working on with them for my nephew because he has outgrown the one I made him. So I'm using Sea Monster's Tail and Sprout DK. Using the leftover that I had from the last one I made. I'm getting down to here. It is decreasing, but I only have that much left. So you tell me if that much hat's going to come out of that much yarn. I don't think so. But I know a dyer. So If I have to put that last bit in, no big deal. Then I'll probably have enough to make him the final size when his head gets too big for this one. But anyway, that, I mean, I'm on the decrease. And again, short pattern repeat. It's easily, you can easily see where you are to keep with the pattern. Absolutely love it. Made it a dozen times. It is a quick baby gift. If y'all need one of those in your packet, just telling you. Beloved Bonnet by Tincanknits. Works for boys, works for girls. It doesn't matter. They look adorable in it. Just saying. So, got that. And of course, I put the yarn chicken pin on it. I'm probably going to lose. So I feel like I might have done that accidentally, intentionally. Oh well. But I have to wind that up so I can finish that today in Carline, because that's a thing. But what is happening this week on Friday? On Friday, because I've been dyeing a lot of yarn through snow days and all that fun stuff. Y'all are gonna love this. This is not all the colors that we have available, but this is just stuff that I grabbed that I grabbed that wasn't still a little bit wet. This, like how I, presentation! These are the colors that I have sweater quantity of in sock DK and worsted. And I do have more in colors that are sweater quantity, just don't have them wrapped up in this lovely thing that I figured out like 5 seconds ago. Anyway, these are the colors that you can get. So whatever your joy color is, we probably have it for you in sweater quantity. So I now have to figure out which one I'm going to pick for my Coppa Rain by Megan Gonzalez. If you've been following on Instagram and Facebook, I have been trying to figure out what color to pick for this cardigan that has just come out. And if you want information for that, you can see in my captions all that information to get that pattern. It's available on Ravelry. It's on her Megan's website as well. So here are my colors to pick from. If you have a preference or you think is going to look good on me, let me know in the comments. Anyway, this is a lot of yarn, y'all. And this is just one of each in DK. So I could not bring all of it here. It would not fit in this screenshot. Like, I couldn't even lay it on the floor and make it fit. Or stack it here. This would be like filled, which is not a bad thing, but that'd be a lot of yarn. Anyway, so that update is happening this Friday at noon Eastern. That's 11 Central, and let's just wind it back the next, couple of hours there. You got it. Forward, back. You know what I mean? Y'all can do the math of the time zone fun. Noon Eastern. Anyway, so that's what I've been working on. Those are my projects. I'll probably be starting another one. I've also been asked to make a sweater by Penelope, and I must use these Bix Knits stitch markers. They're locking stitch markers because we know me. I almost did it on one of my projects the other day with a locking stitch marker. I almost knit it into my project. Anyway, these are unicorns, and I have been told specifically where these need to be placed in the knitting when the knitting commences. So now I just have to pick out a pattern for Penelope for the yarn. But that'll be its own little fun project next week. So let's see what pattern I end up choosing for that. Until next time, though, happy crafting.